Hello everyone, welcome to a new reading. Today we are going to do WayV's group predictions for this 2024. And this reading will have 3 different questions. We will have just an energy check. Then the second question will be divided into 2 parts, which will be just the group career predictions and then individual career predictions for the members. And the third question will just be any advice or healing messages that come through. Also, in the description below, I will have the timestamps in case you want to jump in between questions, and I'll see you wherever you end up going to. So let's start with the current energies that WayV has right now. So we have the Star, the Queen of Pentacles, and Death. These are actually very good cards. So I know that the Death card can be a bit scary, but it's next to very positive cards. So this transformation and change that the Death card is talking about is a good one. So for WayV's current energy, it seems like many of them are going through a very positive change in their life that is bringing them a lot of benefits and a lot of good vibes. So the Star talks about someone that, I don't know why falling in love came up to my mind. I guess because of the little hearts on her. But what I'm getting is that for WayV, many of them feel like very emotionally fulfilled, or they feel like their goals and their dreams are coming true. Like there's a sense of having faith, having hope. So the Star is kind of showing that many of them feel like there's hope for their dreams to come true, a sense of seeing the silver lining, or following and finding that North Star that's guiding them towards something. Also, the Star is Aquarius energy, so I do feel that many of them are going to accomplish a lot of their goals, or are going to get some sort of sign that their dreams will come true in February, because Aquarius season is between mid-January to mid-February. And also, I'm seeing how the Star here is being drawn, and it makes me think of the Temperance card because of the water that's going into the body of water, and the other one that is going onto the land, which talks about balance, harmony, patience, and having good temperament, right? So in a way, patience in this case. It's like many of them, especially with the Queen of Pentacles, many of them have the patience for their manifestations to come through, and it seems like they will be rewarded for that patience, for their positivity, their trust in fate and destiny. They will be rewarded, or at least that's how they feel. Like they feel that their efforts will pay off. They feel that their patience will also pay off. And like if there's a project or something that they've been working on, they feel that is going to do well because they have persevered and worked hard on it. Like they feel that there's a change that's coming and it's going to be to their benefit, or it's going to be a positive change in their life. Now, the other card that we have right here is the Queen of Pentacles. So this is Taurus energy. Now that I think about it, a bunch of fixed energy. We have Aquarius, Taurus, and then the Death card is Scorpio energy. So this shows a lot of fixed energy. And fixed signs are, first of all, the signs that you will see on cards like the Wheel of Fortune and the World in Tarot. But also fixed signs are the type that are very stubborn, because many of them kind of just stick to their values, or they really, like, whatever they believe in or whatever they work in, they really stay loyal to that. They are like an unshakable force. And for WayV, something like that makes me think that many of them are very stable, very grounded. I've always seen WayV as individuals that are super earthy somehow. And what I mean by that is that I'm thinking of, like, in astrology, earth signs are usually described as being super stable, very practical. And because of that, I do feel that WayV have a bunch of members, or as a group, they have this collective energy of individuals that are pretty patient. Like, it's like they take things calm, they take things slow, they enjoy every single moment and every single blessing that they receive in life, because that's just the type of mentality that they have. And that positivity will definitely be rewarded for them, because that gratefulness that they carry and that gratitude is usually rewarded by the universe. It's like, oh, you do see all the beautiful things that we're giving you, so here's more. Anyway, so this Queen of Pentacles kind of talks that currently the group feels very satisfied. They feel pretty good about themselves. They feel pretty good about themselves. They feel stable. They feel grounded. There is this energy of feeling very generous to other people. It's like they are in such a good place in their life, and they feel so happy and content with who they are. They feel very confident as well in what they do. And since it's Pentacles energy, this will be related to their health, their finances, and their career. So the group feels overall very good. And because of that, there's this generous energy that comes with the Queen of Pentacles. It is someone that can materially provide for other people or financially provide to others. There is this sense of like having a lot of abundance for themselves, and therefore they're able to share that generously towards other people. It's like all of my good luck and all of my manifestations are coming true, and all of that abundance can be shared with others. And I do feel that right now the group is in a state where they feel super abundant. They feel very lucky. They feel very blessed. And other people can definitely feel that as well. Like other people feel good in their energy and in their company. Now, the other card that we have right here is a Death card, and the Death card talks about metamorphosis. Now, I'm saying that first because not so long ago, I saw a card, and I think it had butterflies in it, and I was like, right, the transformation of a caterpillar to a butterfly is called metamorphosis, and that is sometimes the way that the Death card can be described. Usually for me, I describe it as like a death and rebirth, a phoenix moment. But then, not so long ago, I saw something that was like, oh, that is true. The Death card is metamorphosis, a transformation, basically, right? And this transformation can definitely be a change of environment, a change of mentality, or an individual that from the inside out is transforming. So it's like they heal something within them that it begins to reflect on their vessel or their physical self, basically. So for WayV, it feels like currently they're in an energy where they feel that whatever change they're going through will be a positive change, and that mentality will definitely help them overcome any conflict and challenge that they do encounter with this transformation. And that also helps them to not create this resistance that will get in the way of such a transformation. And I do feel that this is very beneficial for them to have this rebirth moment, because I do feel that the universe wants to give them a lot of beautiful things. So I do hope that they do receive them. But let's jump into the second question of this video to see what these benefits could potentially be. So on to the second question, which is, what is in store for WayV's career this 2024? We have Fits the Moon, so another Fits card with Hold Your Vision. So it feels like the group is extremely patient, but this card right here is kind of telling them to continue forward, to persevere, to push it through. So I don't think any of them are necessarily in the mentality of like, I give up, I don't know what I'm doing with my career, get me out of here. If anything, this card is telling me that many of them are in a state in their life where they're just slowly but surely working towards their career and making sure that that's doing well in their life. With Hold Your Vision, it feels like many of them, even if they're taking it slow with their career as a group, they trust that it's for the greater good out there. I know it sounds kind of weird, but what I mean by this is that many of them know that, okay, many of them are okay with not being at the top, quote unquote, quickly. Because they understand that there is value with slowly building your way towards success. There is this sense of like, Hold Your Vision is kind of showing that for this 2024, the members are going to continue working hard, but not necessarily stressing over results. And they're also going to make sure that they stay loyal to their priorities, or they stay loyal to what motivates them to do their work in the first place. because that's the only way that they can survive in such an environment, right? If getting too hung up with numbers or getting too hung up with results is damaging to them somehow, like it can be overwhelming or it can be a bit restricting or it can get in the way of their enjoyment of their work. I think many of them prefer to like not look into that or not put too much value into that and instead prioritize the emotional fulfillment or satisfaction that they can get from doing their job. So instead focusing more on just doing what they love rather than trying to satisfy the business side of the industry that they're in. So instead of focusing on numbers, just focusing on what they love, basically. So this year, it seems like many of them will just continue doing what they do. They will continue staying loyal to what they stay loyal to, and in this case, just themselves. So yeah, this year they're just going to continue with their career the way that they usually do. Slow and steady, but definitely enjoying every single moment of it. But let's go onto the individual career readings. So let's start with Kun. So predictions for Kun's career this 2024. So we have two cards. We have profession and protest. So it seems like this year he's going to stay very busy. He may have a lot of skills that he's going to work on improving that will help and benefit his career. Also, this card is number 1, so this makes me think of it makes me think of manifestation, and it makes me think of the Magician in tarot. And the Magician usually talks, it's Mercury energy, so it's a very fast-paced planet. It is an energy that loves to learn and create and bring into reality whatever their dreams are. So for Kun, his career this year is going to be filled with a lot of opportunities. And he's going to work in learning a lot of skills and improving and practicing a lot of skills at once. Because I feel that there's a project that he wants to work on. Or there's going to be a lot of opportunities offered to him. So he's going to work very hard to kind of show that he's up to par. Or that he's worth the investment. Or that he is worth the role. Or like I don't know. Maybe there's like auditions to projects. Or maybe becoming the ambassador of of a brand or something, and that will require him to put a little bit more work and effort than what he usually does, or being a little bit out of his comfort zone. So this profession kind of makes me think that he's going to, do what he knows how to do best. In this case, it will be I think it's going to be in the entertainment industry. He's going to improve on skills that will help him be like the full package, but I think he will still work in his strengths within the industry. And with this protest card, we have inadequate, sue, and attention. I do feel that this year, Kun is going to get a lot of attention in his career, and therefore he will work even harder to make sure that he can fulfill the expectations other people have on him. Also, with this protest card, I do feel that some people may challenge his talents or skills, and that's why Kun will feel like he has to put a lot more time and effort to kind of show off or again meet expectations from other people. With him, I don't think it's necessarily a super bad thing, but I think this kind of just shows that this will be his main focus this year with his career, which is again the whole idea of like he wants to make sure that he can show that he's definitely worth the investment or that he belongs in a project of some sort. So I don't necessarily know what project he's going to work on, but it definitely will be something that he will put a lot of time and effort in to make sure that it comes out in the best result possible. Now let's go into the next person, which is 10. So what's in store for 10's career this 2024? We have self-love and care. That is beautiful. Because usually when I talk about self-love, I do say something along those lines of self-love and self-care. Or something along those lines. Now I can't think about it because it comes so naturally that I kind of forgot what I say. But this year, it seems like for Ten's career, he's going to be focusing a lot on himself. He's going to be focusing a lot on doing what he enjoys, his hobbies. I know that Ten likes to draw, and he's very good at drawing. So I wonder if through his hobbies, whatever creative hobbies he has outside of his work, he will kind of focus on either improving those skills, or he will focus a lot on using that as a form of relaxation that will help him kind of like stabilize himself or like recalibrate somehow. And all of those things will definitely help him create bring this new energy into his career and bring a lot of love into what he does. Or in this 2024, a lot of people are going to notice all the attention and all the care that Ten puts in the work that he puts out there for the public. And I do feel that that will bring this new light into like the perspective that people have of him. Also, with these two cards of self-love and care, it feels like he's going to be surrounded by a lot of people that care about him, or like he will attract a lot more people that care about him and look out for his well-being, because he's taking care of himself. Like, he's putting so much time and effort in making sure that he's healthy, that his mind is healthy, and that his heart is fine. And by heart, I mean his emotions. And by doing so, he will naturally just attract a lot of people that want that want the same for him. You know, the things that he's already doing for himself, other people will like enter his life and come into his life in such a way that they will encourage him or even help him continue with his self-care and his self-love, which is just wonderful, because I think this will definitely help him bring this new energy into his career that is bringing a lot of positivity and good vibes, and it's definitely going to reflect in his career, because he's going to feel a lot more relaxed and he's going to feel very laid back, but at the same time filled with energy to do what he loves. And in this case, I do feel that it's related to his career. Like, he loves his work. He loves being on stage. He loves being in the industry. And by love in this case, it's like, that doesn't mean that he's never challenged within the industry, or that doesn't mean that he doesn't get stressed over it. It just means that he stays in it because he enjoys being an artist. He enjoys being on stage. That kind of vibe. Now, on to the next person. So, what's in store for Win-Win's career this 2024? What are the predictions for Win-Win's career? So we got one card. We have saving. So for Win-Win's career, it feels like he's going to be investing in his money or saving it. We have preservation, collection, and meanness. I don't really know what that means. But this kind of shows that in 2024, Win-Win is going to be taking care of his finances. He's going to, improve his wallet, get that boy chunky, making sure that he's getting that moolah, he's getting that money, and he's going to invest it. I think by investing in this case, I'm not too sure what form, but he will definitely do something to make sure that his finances continue growing in a steady and secure way. Also, with the saving, I do feel that he is saving his money for the future, or he's saving it so like that he can provide for the people that he cares about, maybe for the future where he has his own family, or because I'm thinking of like he's saving up money, or he wants it to grow so like that he can continue providing for the people that he cares about, and that could be his family right now, because I'm looking at these two old people and I'm thinking that maybe he is the one that he wants to like provide for his parents or for his grandparents. Like, there's something here where there's an energy here where he wants to like provide for people that cared about him, and that, what else I'm getting? He wants to help his community somehow. And I think that one of the ways that he wants to help them is by either advising them how to take care of their money, or he himself will take care of his own money so he can donate in the future. Like, I don't really know, but there's this sense of like helping older people that are either not working anymore, or just providing some sort of help for the elderly. That's what I'm getting as well. I don't know, maybe Winwin has a very strong respect for his elders, and that's why he wants to help them somehow. Or maybe he feels like his ancestors sacrificed a lot for him to be able to get to the point that he's at, and that's why he wants to kind of like return that by not only being well off for himself, but also being able to share that with the people that he cares about, which is a very, Queen of Pentacles type of energy that I mentioned earlier. So let's go on to the next person and figure out what's in store for Seojun's career. We have Leviation. For Seojun, this Leviation kind of shows that this 2024, for his career, he's going to feel like he is connected to this higher power. And this higher power could be his higher self, or it could be to any beliefs he has. But he's going to be feeling so connected that there's this sense of self-gratification that he's getting. Those words came up. I don't know why that came up necessarily, but in this case, I think all that means is that he's going to feel very satisfied with the work that he puts out there. This year, he's going to be feeling very at peace and very calm and stable. I do feel that he may create this routine where either he starts meditating, or this routine where he starts doing these breathing exercises that help him bring himself into the present moment and allow him to fully enjoy the experiences that he's just living through, instead of being held back by fears and doubts. This year, he's going to be filled with a lot of positivity and tranquility. He's going to feel very centered and very stable. He's also going to feel like he is super connected to the universe and to destiny, and he's going to feel like things will go out well for him, because there is this sense of having this unshakable trust that he's not alone. He may even feel very connected to his ancestors, or like this knowledge that gets passed down by his family, or like there's maybe a saying or a mentality or a point of view in his family that has been passed down by generations that he's finally embodying somehow. And by embodying that energy, he feels super connected. He feels like he's not alone, and he understands that there is like, I don't know, there's something of like, he knows that he has someone, like he has support. He has someone that is like, that has his back basically. And because of that, he feels reassured and he feels very content and happy. So this 2024, he will feel safe and he will feel secure. And I do feel that he may start some sort of routine that will reassure him that everything will turn out okay. He may even start journaling, or maybe he even has like a diary of sorts where he's able to kind of write down what he thinks and what he feels, and that will allow him to kind of connect with himself in all levels and kind of bring himself back into alignment. And that stability is what's going to bring him a lot of this positivity that will definitely reflect in his career, because he's going to be calm and content this 2024, which is awesome for him. Now on to the next person. So what's in store for Henry's career this 2024? We have collaboration. So I'm getting a couple of things. This 2024, Henry is going to be very happy with himself. Like, he's just going to do what he loves. He's going to work with the people that he loves and that he cares about. Also, with the collaboration, maybe this 2024 is going to be filled with Henry and just collaborating with a lot of people outside of WayV as well. Or he's going to be in a lot of shows that a lot of people are going to be quite surprised that he's even in. Like, I think this collaboration could show that, okay, this might be a bit of a stretch, but I'm going to say it anyway, because I don't know if he will be able to accomplish that this year. But it feels like Henry might even start working with other people to take out a product or to take out a project. And he's going to be the one kind of like being the face of that product or project. Or he's going to be the one kind of pushing for or initiating this change. But he's going to be working with a group of people. I think it's going to be a small group of people, actually. I don't think it's going to be like super big or anything. And I think this collaboration will be one where he feels very satisfied and fulfilled, because it's something that came out from his heart. It's very genuine, it's very sincere, and is very personal to him. And I do feel that it's going to, I don't know what this could be, so I don't know if it can even be done within a year. I say within a year as if he just started working on it this year. He could have been already working on this for a while, and and it just popped up. Or maybe he's gonna start this year and it's gonna come out later on. I don't know how long or how big of a project this is, but I do feel like he could be working with some people on something that is very personal to him or super important to him. Like, it's going to be super personalized, super, like, whatever he takes out, people are going to be like, yes, this is Henry. Like, this is him. This is a very him thing to do. And if not, I do feel like he could have a lot of collaborations this 2024. Now let's go on to the last person, which is Yang Yan. So what's in store for Yang Yan's career this 2024? What is in store for Yang Yan's career this 2024? We have Vow and Nightmare. So this is, to me, this seems quite interesting because when I thought of Nightmare, I thought, you know, of course, someone that's scared, someone that is afraid. So this 2024 in his career, Yang Yang is going to experience some sort of disappointment. Not because there's something necessarily bad that's going to happen, but I think this 2024, there's something that he wants to do or a project that he wants to work on, and he's afraid that it will not take off, or he's afraid that, how should I put it? There's fears and doubts that he has in his career, but they stem because of him. It's his own fears, his own doubts, his own baggage. I don't think this is necessarily, how should I put it? I don't think he will for sure experience a negative obstacle this 2024 in his career, but I do feel that he is afraid of this, like, self-made prophecy. Is that what it's called? Like, when you are afraid that something will happen and that fear is what causes the thing you fear to happen in the first place, right? Like, oh, what if this project doesn't take off? And then you're so afraid that it's not going to take off that you don't take action, and because of that, of course, it's not going to take off because you didn't even try, right? So I wonder if he is going through something like that rather than something bad actually happening in his career. Because with the Vow card that came out before the Nightmare one, I was thinking that he made himself a promise, and I think this promise could have been like a New Year's goal of sorts. Like, whatever dream or goal he's working towards this year is one that he's quite afraid of, but the fear that he has is that he will not accomplish it, or that it will not come true, rather than something bad actually happening. And I don't think this is necessarily anything bad. I think this is quite a very natural thing to feel and experience when you want to do something that you deeply care about, but you fear disappointment, or you fear that it will not fulfill your expectations. It is the natural course of change and transformation. Because when you're going through change, everything is just accommodating the way that it has to go. And it doesn't always mean it will be to your favor, right? Change could be something positive, as much as change could be super challenging, even if it's going towards something positive. So what I mean by that is, like, this year, Yang Yang's career could be going through a process where even if he's working towards accomplishing his goals, it may feel overwhelming because the path to get there or to accomplish it could be a bit intimidating, scary, and feels with unknowns and uncertainty. And this Nightmare card could be reflecting the fear that he has towards the unknown, or, as I mentioned earlier, the fear of feeling disappointment that it will not be fulfilled or it will not come true. It seems like there's a promise that he made with himself of, like, I will accomplish this goal. Or, like, maybe he may have even prayed. I don't even know if he prays, but, like, he may have, like, looked into the sky and went, like, these are my goals for 2024. I hope I can accomplish them. And then the nightmare card could just be reflecting that he fears he will not meet his own expectations. And this is connected to his career, so this could be some baggage. And what I mean by that in this case, I feel that this could be a goal that he has had for a couple of years now, and he has found it quite challenging to accomplish it. So this year, he promised himself the same thing, and his baggage is the fact that he has not accomplished it before. So entering this year, he's like, what if it happens again and nothing comes into fruition? Again, I don't think this is necessarily too bad, because there is a sense of faith. It's just that at the forefront, there's a lot of fears that are holding him back, or a lot of doubt and disappointments from previous experiences that are holding him back a bit. But there is still a sense of faith. He trusts things are going to work out for him, basically. Now let's go into the third question, which is the advice and healing messages for WayV. So any advice or healing messages for WayV? So 2 cards just fell. We have New Moon in Gemini with communication is key. We have emotions are running high with this supermoon. So with these 2 cards, it feels like the best advice that WayV has is when they feel very overwhelmed, or when they feel, even if they feel super happy and super excited, the best way to allow this energy to come out of their system is if they talk to each other, or if they, I mean, communication can come in many shapes, ways, or forms, right? You can write it down, you can express it with your body, like you know, jumping up and down of happiness, or like, you know, crying if you're overwhelmed and sad. And communication can even come, as we naturally talk about, which is through speech, right? So it definitely feels like the universe advice to them is that they should not be afraid to express how they feel when they're feeling it. So if they feel upset about something, express it. If they feel overwhelmed about something, also show it. Talk about it. This talking about it could be as in like talk other people about it, or maybe express it to themselves aloud, like maybe talking to themselves. And to some others, it might even be like use your art to communicate these emotions. Like if some of them really feels like, for example, 10, he's gonna go through all his self-love and self-care, and he will be shown this year the people that enter his life also want him to, or will encourage him to continue with his self-improvement and self-growth. And because of that, he can use his art as a way to express the support and love that he has gotten if he feels like this overwhelming sense of, look at all of this beautiful support people are showing me, let me use my art as a way to channel or to communicate this emotion. And I do feel that the advice here, like, I don't think this is bad advice, I just am a bit curious as to why this came up for WayV. I guess one of the reasons why this could be coming up is because by communicating this to them, like if it's a negative emotion, communication with themselves and with the group will be beneficial, because then they can think of a solution to that problem, or they can all be like, oh, okay, you're going through a rough time right now, so we'll be understanding of the situation you're in, right? But at the same time, it feels like if this emotion is super positive, the universe just kind of wants them to share it with their community and the people around them, because this positive emotion that they're feeling and that they're channeling or communicating to other people could be something that can bring a lot of happiness and positivity to those people that it reaches out to. So let's say one of them expresses like these beautiful words that show their gratitude towards all the love and support that they get. That can reach out to the people that love and support them in such a way that they feel cared for and supported. And it creates this beautiful cycle of positivity and love and care. And this beautiful exchange of energy that can bring a lot of blessings and happiness for all the parties involved. That's kind of how it's coming up right now. But I want one last card of advice or any healing message that has to come through for WayV. And the last card that we have is New Moon in Sagittarius with luck is in your side. This shows that this 2024, the best advice that WayV can get is that, it feels like we went full circle. We started with the star that talks about, wishing upon a star, a dream fulfillment, a wish come true. And we're ending with this card that talks about luck is on your side. So this kind of shows that this 2024, the best advice for WayV is that whatever they do, however they go about it, they will succeed and their dreams will come true. And there's nothing that they have to worry about. That doesn't mean that they will not encounter challenges. They always will. It just means here that whatever they set their minds to this year, they will see results and they will see how change is going in their favor, how the wheels and destiny are turning to their benefit. And the Sagittarius card kind of shows, also we have two mutable signs right here with Gemini and Sagittarius. Now, I don't really know what happened that it stopped recording at some point. The other thing that I was going to say is that Sagittarius and Gemini are sister signs, so they're basically the opposite in astrology. And that doesn't necessarily mean that they think completely differently. It just means that they have like a very different approach to the goals that they have. So both signs do have this sense of adventure, this sense of trying new things. Just that Gemini will be one that is more of like the mental side of it, meaning that they will do the research, they will communicate with other people about like to gather more information, and they in their mind they will go through like this adventure of like by gathering this information and this data, they have gone through the experience. But for a Sagittarius, they will go a step beyond that and just push themselves and jump into that experience. Sagittarius is a very adventurous sign, so it definitely feels that the best advice that they have for them is to have this balance between these two signs. It is like, communicate with others so you gather all of this information of like maybe new experiences and new adventures you can go on, and maybe even open up your mind of new perspectives and new beliefs that you can have in life. And then with the Sagittarius card, it's kind of like, but do know that whatever endeavor you take on this year, it will be very beneficial and helpful in your journey. So if any of them want to go through this adventurous route and just jump into the unknown, there's a lot of positive energy here that things will turn out in their favor and things will be okay and will be fine. So there is this sense of the best advice that they have here is like, whatever new things they want to take on this 2024, there's no fear, there's nothing they should be afraid of or worried about. They should just go right for it because there's a lot of benefits and a lot of things that they can learn through these experiences and through this journey because of the changes and transformations that they will naturally experience with all of the new things that they will encounter in such a journey. There is also this sense of like, if they follow their heart by doing the things that they love and that they care about, the universe will always find a way to make sure that there's people, resources, or time for those journeys that they want to take on. I don't know, I guess it's a bit of reassurance for the group. Anyway, I hope you guys liked this reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I am so happy that a lot of beautiful things came out for WayV. Of course, there's up and downs in everyone's life, and the transformations that they will go through will still be challenging because a change is still a change. And sometimes it could be a bit uncomfortable. But aside from that, it seems like many of them are going to have a beautiful year this 2024. Many of them are going to just continue on with their lives, going at their own pace, just reaping the rewards of their hard labor and just staying positive. So yeah, I'm very happy for them. I hope you guys like this reading or that you learn from it or at least find it entertaining. I'll see you guys in the next one, whenever that is, however that is. Make sure to send a lot of love and support to WayV. Let's hope that they have a comeback this year that is just as good or even better than what they have given us so far, because I would look forward to it. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Love and healing from my part to you, and bye.